Hey, Bobcat fans, we're back with another Athlete of the Week. We're here with Paul McNeil this time from the men's cross-country team. Paul, congratulations.
Appreciate it, man.
Thanks. Paul is my roommate. He's my teammate. He's one of my friends, so this will be fun. Paul, this past Saturday at the Council Farm Course, it's Georgia College's home meet. Paul finished third place overall. What was your time, Paul, for the 8K?
25:57.
Like I said, third place. Very solid outing for Paul. We finished second overall as a team, so a solid performance overall. I know our goals, we'll talk about our goals for that race and in your race as a whole, but a very solid outing for Paul with his third overall finish. Paul, walk me through the race. How'd you feel about your performance?
Well, the week leading up to the race, I felt like something clicked in my training, and I felt like I was starting to feel really good, and things were starting to come together. Both the workouts during the week felt very smooth, felt very strong. So I went into the race with a whole lot of confidence and just went out with the top pack, and my goal was just to kind of hang on to the back of the top crew and just went out hard and went out aggressive. I felt very aggressive and ready to race this day. You know, the earlier races this season, I was just kind of like, all right, I'm going to hang on. I'm going to try and stay strong. But for this race, I was like ready to compete. And, I was happy with the performance.
Now, our coaches said that he wanted us to race from the front. He wanted you to race from the front, kind of set the tone for the race, the pace for the race. Did you feel like you did a good job of that?
Yeah, I think I did a pretty good job. I finished the race, and I was absolutely dead. I was trashed. So I think, that's a good sign. It's a good sign that I pushed really hard. And, I almost beat a guy that I'd never beaten before. I was really closing in on some Columbus guys, and, so I was pleased. I think I ended up doing pretty well.
Yeah, after the race, Paul, we kind of talked after the race, and you were like, dude, that was some of the hardest or the worst I've ever felt after a race. Yeah. Why'd you say that? Kind of take me through that last mile. I know you really, really gassed it there. How was that last mile? I know you said you were super tired.
Yeah, well, there was a guy from Columbus, Cordero. Big shout out to him. He really pushed me through that last mile. It was kind of battle royale, going back and forth. And, honestly, wasn't sure if I was going to beat him, but, it was the home race, so you got to put on a good performance for the home crowd. And I was just clinging on, and somewhere near the end, I think about 500 to go, I managed to just slowly get away from him, and I was able to pass up. There were really 3 Columbus guys in front of me, and I was able to pass up 2 of them and was just trying to close the gap on the last guy, and I was just, I almost wanted to just stop with 200 to go because I was in so much pain. But I had a lot of fans and family and friends, cheering me on, and that really helped me push through at the end.
Yeah, I could see you moving, man. I was back there just like, man, I wanted to go with you, and you were just flying. So really good to see. It was an awesome performance from you. You're a senior now, and I know that you've been here all 4 years, so your career's kind of winding down here at Georgia College. What's it like? What's the emotion you have coming into these last 2 races, knowing that it's your last go around here?
Well, I haven't gotten too emotional yet because I don't know, my focus is just on conference and region, and I just want to keep doing what I've been doing, so that I can keep performing well and keep the good races coming. But I know that, once that last race, whether it be regionals, whether it be nationals, I know it's going to hit me hard, and it's just going to hit me like this is my last cross-country race. And I don't know, man. I might start crying, might start bawling. I wouldn't be ashamed of it. But, yeah, it's definitely going to be something I miss, and for sure going to be just being part of, just a really fun team. I'm going to miss that a whole lot.
I can see us. I can see us getting a little emotional. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Now, there's got to be a certain level of motivation that you have to have for the sport, especially going through practice every single morning and races and just the constant grind, especially being that it's cross country, it's running. Nobody really likes to run. So where do you get your motivation?
Well, I'd say from a number of things. Number one, I'm a super competitive person, so I do have, as selfish as it sounds, I do have a lot of personal goals, and
I know.
Yeah, I have a lot of personal goals, and I don't know. I think cross country is good for me because it helps me move my competitive nature towards something healthy. Yeah. So I think that's really good. And I guess the next thing is my teammates, my coach. just when I'm like halfway through a race and I'm really feeling pain. I think that one of the number one things that drives me is like when every muscle and bone in my body's telling me like slow down, you're in pain. If I start thinking about you and my teammates and coach and like how much my performance and the team performance means to everybody, I think that's what really gives me the extra push and or at least helps me keep my tempo going during a race. And last thing, I guess I think God. I think he's a big. Obviously, I think he plays a big role. I think I have a gift. I have a gift of running, and so I think I should, use it to glorify him.
It really is the culture of the team that it's team goals against over personal goals, and I think it's really driven you. It's driven us as a team. Coming up is conference. I know the goals are lofty, and then region is 2 weeks after that. What's the goal as a team for conference? What's your personal goal coming into conference next weekend?
Conference champions is one goal. The next goal is qualifying for nationals after regions. And it was funny, we were talking about this the other day, and like you were saying that you're not sure if like anyone outside the athletic department, maybe outside of the team, even knows that we've been thinking about this race for like 3 years now. Like these 2 races, we've just spent so much time thinking about it, and so these races are a huge deal to us. They're really big. It's more than just another race. It's a huge deal. So yeah.
And I know the workouts will change a little bit. The practice will change a little bit. What's the word for it? And describe what this is that's changing at practice now.
Okay. Well, we're gonna start tapering pretty soon, and basically what that means is throughout the season. We're working hard, we're running races, and we're running races on tired legs because really the regular season meets, besides being a confidence booster and really being able to see where you're at, they don't mean much in terms of qualifying for anything. Everyone runs at conference, everyone runs at region, and so we can afford to run a little tired during these regular season races because our overall performance doesn't matter in the long run. But the thing about running tired is that when we're used to running tired and we've got all this mileage on our legs, near the end of the season when conference and region come up, we start backing the mileage down. We start backing the workouts down a little bit, so our legs start to feel a little more fresh. And then when the gun goes off at conference and when the gun goes off at region, we're feeling really good and we're ready to fly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, expect a big weekend out of Paul McNeil coming up. On Saturday, the Bobcats will be in action. It's the Peach Belt Conference Championship. It's in Gainesville, Georgia, Dahlonega area, just north of Atlanta. Big race for the Bobcats, and then 2 weeks they'll be at region. We'll be at region, and that's in
region is in Wingate,
North Carolina. So big meets coming up for the Bobcats. That's Paul McNeil, awesome teammate, even better friend, Betty old pal. Just kidding. So for more information on the Bobcats and Paul's awesome performance, check out gcbobcats.com.